What's going on, beautiful people? I'm here to talk to y'all about the challenge. Let's get into it. It aired yesterday, and I'm a day late with the review, but that's okay. Because I need to sometimes enjoy watching these episodes, watching these shows, and just, talk about it when I want to talk about it. Yeah. But let's get into it. Tina and Nehemiah won their elimination and they create their targets, make their targets. And I love the fact that Laurel and Johnny were made targets. I felt that that was awesome, right? Because allegedly everyone is hating on or not liking Laurel. Baby Daddy caught a lot of flack last week, but I want to dig a little deeper into that conversation because a lot of people were on my comments talking about like victim blaming and whatnot. And let's not do that. Okay. Yes, we're in the era of Diddy and SA and all of these things that are happening to people and people coming forward and needing to speak their truth and da 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 and da da da. All of that. It's amazing. I think that that needs to happen. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. I feel bad for like all these people that are out here that have been victims of all of these. Like, I probably need to do a video about that because, to be honest, I was slightly kind of depressed or sad when I was in Texas because I saw a comment from August Alsina, and someone was asking him, when are you going to get back into the music industry? And August Alsina was basically like, the music industry is hell. I would never get back into it. There are too many fake people, phony people, facades, like predators, all that stuff in the Hollywood industry. And it just made me really think like, Wes, you have no one being an openly Black gay man to look up to regarding representation that is at a level of respect in the Hollywood industry. Lee Daniels is not that guy. He's just not that guy. And so Tyler Perry is in the closet allegedly, and like all of these superstars have like so many hidden secrets. And I was watching a Freddie P video. I'm gonna get to the challenge, but I was watching a Freddie P video, and he was talking about like he just wished that P. Diddy would have had the balls to like be out and open about who he is and what he likes to do. There's nothing wrong with being a freak, but like all the like crazy stuff is a bit much. Needless to say, that video, people were saying, "Oh, you're victim blaming, you're victim blaming." I speak on what I see in the episode. I don't speak on the behind the scenes too much because I'm not behind the scenes. I don't know any of this stuff. So what I saw Cara going after Laurel, I felt that that was dumb and she shouldn't have did that. I still stand 10 toes on that concept. If you are going after someone, antagonizing them, trying to make them feel bad for whatever decision that they made in life, or trying to talk down to them in any way, shape, or form, you cannot get upset about, well, you can, but it doesn't make sense for you to get upset about how they respond because you yourself have no control over this person and how they choose to come back at you. How people say that there's no rules in fighting. There's no rules in arguing either. If you're coming at me to attack me, so I'm coming at you to attack you in any way, shape, I see fit. But what I did not know, allegedly, according to like people behind the scenes or whatever, Laurel is the one that went after Cara. And when we saw Cara and Michelle talking to Laurel in the little pantry thing, it started upstairs or wherever they were with Laurel, and Cara went after her to continue the what argument or whatever the case may be. So Laurel started it, according to y'all and according to some people behind the scenes. So with that being said, I think I said in the original video, some of y'all missed it because y'all hear what y'all want to hear, that Laurel is trash, and I still feel even knowing or being hearing that she started it, she's trash. She's trash. Either way, in both situations, I feel like I wish that Cara would be more confident and aware of her emotions to not go after someone that can trigger her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be bold and bad and stand up for, Emily and stand up for Michelle, you can also stand up for yourself. Don't cry because she brings up, triggers for you. Or better yet, stand up for yourself and walk away from the situation. There are so many people that want to like in my last couple of years that have wanted to debate with me, wanted to prove something to me, that whatever, argue, whatever. And I just walk away. It's clean as day for you to be able to just walk away. You have that ability to control that. I don't know why y'all call that victim blaming or whatever. That's y'all. But it is what it is. Like, you can't walk across the street and expect that you're not going to get across the street. Like, What you put into it, you're gonna get back. And you might not get back what you want, but you're gonna get something back. She put something into the argument that Laurel started, and so she got what Laurel gave her. She didn't have to put anything into that. She didn't have to put no stock into that whatsoever. She could have went back to the pool and just chilled. So at the end of the day, it's not blaming anyone. It's just saying do different actions later on down the line. You see what I'm saying? Because like you can't control someone's response to you. You just can't. But whatever. Y'all can be in your feelings about the victim blaming all you want. Laurel's still trash at the end of the day. Laurel comes in and she's like, you know how you have an argument with like your little sister and like they're tapping on you and you're in the backseat of the car and then the big sister goes like that and then the parent turns around and look at the big sister like she's the culprit. Laurel, cut it out. You're not a big sister to Cara. No big sister would ever like. What is she talking about? She's delusional. And what's interesting is that Bananas and like some other people that play the challenge are still online defending her. She's delusional. They're all delusional. Laurel is trash. Period. She's trash. Okay. And then Cara is shown talking about she might throw the competition. She might do it. I would have, because that meant that Laurel and Johnny will go into elimination. Both Laurel and Johnny threw you in the first episode, girl. Two wrongs don't make it right, but it sure damn will make you feel good at the end of the day. Like, what are we talking about here? And then even in that challenge, which was sickening to me, Laurel is like, come on, Cara, do this, Cara, let's go, Cara. Who are you talking to? And first of all, I don't understand how you can have so much vitriol or disdain towards one particular person or just dysfunction with one particular person, but y'all still playing badminton. Like one of the comments said they were playing badminton. West. In my mind, I thought badminton involved a net and a table. I didn't see neither of that on the episode when they were hitting the thing across, but whatever. But like there's no way to have that much towards someone and y'all still playing games, y'all still laughing at each other, y'all still talking to each other in these challenges. No, it's not giving none of that for me. It's not. But I'm not Laurel. I'm not Cara. Cara to this day probably still talking to Laurel on the phone. That's just how I feel about it. Maybe she don't, but I just feel like they're gonna be another challenge. Laurel and Cara are gonna be there. They're gonna be playing Batman again, and they're arguing again. Like it's crazy. I don't know. At this point, it's like they're asking for it for me. But y'all call it victim blaming. Whatever. Jenny is upset that she didn't get anybody else to volunteer. Michelle didn't volunteer or whatever. And so now Jenny is going in. Casey comes off to the side like, Jenny, you're going in because you don't have any connections. And then our fault that you don't have any connections, so you're going in. I'm like, Casey, girl, what? What has Casey done this entire episode? She did win. Did she win one? I thought she would. Did she win? Her and Kylan won one? I don't know. I can't keep up. But I'm like, what have you done this entire, whatever. Anyways, y'all know how I feel about Casey. But Casey talking about Jenny, I don't, it is what it is. We see all these clips, these random clips of people talking about who they're going to vote in, who's a target, everybody's scrambling, who's going to win, who's not going to win. They have to win. People are mixing and mingling and talking with other people. Let me get this conversation with Janae and Nehemiah. I don't care. I love Nehemiah, but don't care about Janae. After what she did to Kellyanne, I'm never going to get over it. I don't care. So I'm like, girl, miss me with that. She won both those two challenges based off of her partner. It's not on her. So I'm like, girl, I have no respect for Janae. She's not the it girl. Connie says that Devin is using Michelle to get a leg up, and I just don't see that. I've never seen Devin like use someone in this way. And to be honest, I really don't remember Devin liking someone like this on the show. So one, I'm happy for Devin and cool. I just don't see Devin doing that at all. I just don't see Devin doing that. Then we have Laurel speaking at the beginning of their challenge saying that, hey, everyone hates me. I did a bad thing. I really believe in our team, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. I don't. I like, I don't care. Then Cara speaks and she's like, I'm not going to be like Laurel and throw the challenge, even though I was thinking about throwing the challenge. I'm not going to be like Laurel. I'm not going to be like her. And then Laurel is like mumbling something to Johnny, and Johnny's like, it's okay. It's okay. Bitch, you can't say no. You can't say nothing, Laurel. You can't say nothing at all. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, how does she even have the ability to, you can't say any, if Laurel wins the challenge and they don't get Laurel out, they're retarded. Actually, they're crazy. Let me not say retarded because people. Yeah, crazy. They're crazy. Derek is just a G. He ends up spraining his leg or damaging his leg. I'm not gonna say broken. I'm not gonna say he broke his leg because he was not with a cat. Like, how do you go from I broke my leg and you're limping and you're limping and limping. Then later on, you're chilling, standing up at the party. I'm so confused by this. I'm so confused. He did something to his leg. Something happened to his leg. He limping and walking and crawling. I'm like, this man is a G. He went through all of that just to have Era 4 win. And so we have the head honcho Jenny, and Josh. Now, mind you, Josh was like, "Oh, I want to be a team. I want to come together so we can figure out what's the best move for us to make." Then they get in the room and find, mind you, baby daddy Corey is Corey is fine. You hear me? Fine, fine. Okay. And so he up there politicking, trying to do his thing, dizzle for shizzle. Mind you, he said that Josh admits that he never came after him and blah, 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 and this and that and the third. But then later on in another clip, he says, Corey's the reason why I had to go in. Girl, shut up. You're doing too much. You really are doing too much. You want to suck off Johnny so bad because you made a pivotal move for yourself. How many times has Johnny made a pivotal move for himself in any of these games? But we're supposed to care about a Johnny? Like, what? But anyways, Johnny pulls that out of his ass and he's like, listen, I saved you. This will be a great moment for you to like repay what you did to me and blah, blah. So of course, Josh is a pussy. So he does it and he saves Johnny and Laurel and Corey and his partner end up going. And his partner ended up going in Janae, right? And it's Corey and Janae versus Brad and Rachel. Now listen, Brad has been doing horrible these last few seasons. Horrible. Brad needs hanging up flat screen. Although he's a beautiful specimen of a man, body on fleek, like what? But he's been doing horrible. He's been doing horrible. And so we get to um we get to the end because practically there's nothing else to talk about. I talked about him standing at the party like crazy. Laurel not understanding why her and Johnny not being thrown in. Y'all bunch of punks. Johnny says he didn't tell Michelle anything about the relationship. Oh, Johnny talking to Michelle about Devin possibly using her. Then Michelle going to run tell that to Devin. Then Devin really getting upset and aggravated by it and sleeping by himself in the bed. Then Johnny saying to Devin that he didn't say that. Olivia comes on and says that he's lying. And then, we're just at a situation where Johnny's blaming Michelle for like what? But this is the person that Josh wants to save. By all means, continue to say. Josh is joshing. All season long, I thought he was actually a man, but he is straight say, okay, this whole thing. Brad and Rachel versus Corey and Janae. Corey smacks Brad on the booty. Now, I just want to know what it felt like. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that saw that? At the end, Corey wins. He smacks Brad on the butt, and I'm just like, ooh, see, but straight men can get away. Straight men can get away with that. Janae doesn't win against Rachel. No duh. Jordan has this thing with like yelling at people. Like he just has this thing like he was yelling Janae down boots. It seems like the only way that Janae is gonna win is by being on All-Star. She cannot win a regular season. Let's be real. Era 1 picked targets are Tina and Darrell. Era 2, Nehemiah and Aviv. Era 3, Naya and Jordan. Era 4, Kylan and Michelle. When are we going to mix this up and when are they going to be partnered up or singled players? Because Era 1 only has like 4 people left, 5 people left. Like, what are they doing over there? Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Deuces.